Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim just finished Nuno's press conference pre-Preston. What do you have to say for himself?
Full of banter, as always.
He was in a great mood.
Honestly, just
he is a joy.
Joking around left, right and centre.
Well, did he get started for 20 minutes?
Work in the room. Oh, you can't shut him up.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you know.
Normal as ever. Should we just do this every week?
Not a huge amount came out of it, as usual. You know, he keeps things very close to his chest. Doesn't want to talk about individual players. Doesn't really want to talk about team news. You know, do you know what? If I was a manager, I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. Oh, if you get away with happy days.
Just a bit frustrating for us media types.
Trying to get a line.
So yeah, not a huge amount came out of it. But yeah, he's, you know, full of the joys of spring.
Yeah, but at the top of the table, 2 points, and you know he's quick to play things down. It takes game by game. You understand that, and I guess if they keep on winning, then that's okay.
Yeah, of course. They're top of the league. You know, he's got nothing to answer for. In that respect, things are going very, very well.
I'm sinking on this. We've come into the middle of here.
It's a bit boggy.
I'm sinking on the boggy ground. We'll carry on.
Anyway, let's carry on with the video.
Yeah, go on.
What was I even saying?
We're talking about let's talk about team news. Let's talk about Willy Bolly.
Yeah,
because he did give us that news. And what's his situation tomorrow?
He says he's not ready to play. I mean, he's been back in training for a couple of weeks. I think he could play, but I suspect that they're holding him back for Man City on Tuesday,
right,
which is the perfect game for him to come back into. I mean, as I've said already this week, he doesn't need to come back into the team. They've kept 2 clean sheets in a row. Got great options at the back. You've got Bennett and Hawes as well, who aren't in the team at the moment. So loads of options. Willy Bolly, great to have him back. But yeah, I think Tuesday's more likely for him. But
it's great that he's got that luxury, I guess. They don't have to bring people back, and why would you change your winning side?
All over the pitch. You know, Vinagre must be wondering what the hell has he got to do. Bonatini is just incredible that he's not in the team at the moment. Great options to come off the bench, contribute more goals and assists than anyone in the league. And he can't even get in the team.
Unbelievable.
So it just shows you the strength in depth all over the. And Jai as well is another one, probably not going to play tomorrow. So yeah, fantastic options to have. But this is why they're so strong at the end of games. They've scored quite a lot of late goals so far, and they've scored more goals from substitutes than any other team. 6 goals, I think, from subs, because of strength in depth.
But at the same time, they don't mind too much, I guess, because, like you said, they don't play this week. They're probably going to get a game at the Emirates on Tuesday night.
And what a game! You know, we'll preview it on Monday. But yeah, can't wait for that one. Fantastic! I'm sure he'll make plenty of changes. Obviously, the big game at QPR next Saturday as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great one to have on the horizon.
And Preston come to town, 5th in the league. Obviously, Nuno knows exactly what to expect, strengths and weaknesses, and probably another physical game.
A difficult game. Patience will be important, he said, as it is in any game. Got to stick to your principles, as we know, hoofing it, as we know, no lumping it long to the big man up front, because there isn't one. So it will be a really tough test. You know, they struggled to break down the likes of Millwall and Barnsley last month at Molineux. I think it'd be a similar game. But Preston are a better team than Millwall and Barnsley, and they're full of confidence, and,
well organised,
and they want to put one over on Wolves, as a few of their players have suggested this week.
Yes, let's talk about that, Timothy. There was one player in particular yesterday who came out and had some slightly disparaging word, maybe a bit harsh.
You know, fair enough. Tom Barkhausen said Wolves have spent 40 million quid. They should be getting promotion. Should be winning promotion. Can't argue with that.
No.
Nuno.
You can say that about a lot of teams that haven't done, though.
Well, Middlesbrough spent more money and way down the table. They look no hopers, to be honest. So, you know, we've seen in the past with Wolves, certainly in the 90s under Sir Jack, it's really not about how much money you spend, it's how you spend it. Yeah. And Wolves have done it very well this summer. They didn't last year, they have this year. Anyway, pitched that one to Nuno at the end of the presser. What do you make of Tom Barkhausen? No, not talking about that. Yeah. Didn't even let me ask my question.
Good that you left to the end of the presser, though. Deliberately. Okay.
As any
good journalist worth their salt.
That's just what I was going to say.
Okay.
So no, left that one to the end, and he duly walked off without answering the question.
But smiled as he walked off.
Yeah. Well, I suspect it'll be on the dressing room wall tomorrow. It'll be one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been plenty of pretty much talk. You know, Preston are very bullish at the moment. Lost only once this season. They feel that they've been ignored in the kind of talk for the promotion race, which they are. You know, they've got a team of free transfers. Everyone expects them to drop out. Got that siege mentality. Wolves had it under Mick McCarthy. I remember 2006 when he didn't spend much money. So it works for them, and it works for them, and they'll be really difficult to get past tomorrow.
They will do, and someone who's going to be very important to Wolves and getting 3 points to the crowd. Fantastic against Aston Villa. Nuno is delighted and happy to speak about the crowd because they're so good. Says they're the 12th man, and they're going to be very important. I guess it's easy to get up for a Villa game, but now now you got Preston, and he needs exactly the same attendance and exactly the same noise.
Yeah, I mean, he's spoken a lot about that. You know, I always try and make a point of asking him about the fans, because that's what they want to hear, and they're so important to the team and the club. And we've talked about the atmosphere and the support a lot and the noise level a lot, but you know, the numbers now are astonishing. You know, best attendance for 37 years at Molineux, 27k maybe expected tomorrow, 6,000 going to Man City on Tuesday, and Nuno says he's proud of that, and so he should be. You know, that's just an indicator of just what he's managed to generate, and Fosun and all the players in the short amount of time that they've been here. Tomorrow, it's your bog standard Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff. Villa, you know, really impressed with the crowd noise. I thought they really helped the team, you know, even when it was 0-0 for quite a long time. Didn't get on the team's back, didn't go quiet. It's got to be the same tomorrow. It's got to be the same this season. Fans have got to have that mentality. They've got to know how important they are. Because like I said, there will be a lot of games like this where teams come behind the ball, and Wolves, we know we'll see a lot of the ball tomorrow. Preston had 20% possession away at Fulham last week. We know exactly how it's going to go. Lots of fouls as well. That'll play an important part. Steve Martin, the Joker, he's referee. So yeah, I think we know it's going to play out. Patience will be important. They need the fans on side, and
very much got to be careful. And the complacency is obviously something to avoid. After the Lord Mayor's show, Lord Mayor's parade, whatever you want to say it.
Matt Mayor,
Matt Mayor, good reporter. But you know, after the Villa game, you can see maybe just a little bit of dropping off, but they can't. They've got to keep that up, and they've got to get 3 points, because these are the games that you've got to follow it up with.
Complacency is Wolves' biggest enemy this season for me. They're top of the league, having a laugh. Things are going very, very well. They play some phenomenal football, and now you've got after that game that was on Sky last week, everybody's saying this team is going up, and the fans are saying that as well. You know, you see some normal fans tweeting it's going to be a cakewalk this year. You know, it's a 46 game celebration. If that seeps into the club and seeps into the players, it's a massive warning sign, and we've seen it in the past. I think complacency is the biggest danger for us this season, because they've got, in my opinion, the best team I've seen so far. They've got the best defence I've seen. I mean, that might change tomorrow. They've got the best player in Jota. So yeah, and the money they've spent as well, and the football they're playing, they should be getting promoted. But they can't think that.
Sorry, just one last thing. Best player in Jota, but Helder Costa, I mean, no one thought that anyone could touch him last season. Could he get dropped for tomorrow?
I think so. I would. He's not on it yet, and that's not a criticism necessarily, because he's not fit. He hasn't played since March. He's played 3 games so far. Came off very early at Sheffield because of the red card. Came off after 50 minutes at Burton, and then at half time last week. You know, he's not fully fit yet. No. Don't expect him to be. He hasn't played in the under 23 games. So someone's after us.
Nuno.
Where's Tom Barkhausen? It's Tom Barkhausen. It's So don't say that.
Okay.
Can't remember what I was saying. So with Bonatini playing so well at the moment, he'd be in the team for me. So I know you want to start laughing.
I don't.
So Costa, I think Wolves looked far more effective with Bonatini in the team when he came on at half time last week.
Okay, and
you can't even look at me, can you? Wow, don't do that.
Plenty of pre-match build-up as well in the paper tomorrow as well. Lots of things going on.
We're still going.
We're selling the paper tomorrow.
So hear from Nuno, hear from Roderick Miranda. Very good interview with him today, including how we got on at Dudley Zoo this week. A little trip to the zoo.
Some cracking features for you tomorrow.
Bully's column is great. Again, Bully's on fire at the moment.
Loving it.
Really good stuff. Johnny Phillips' column as well. We talked about the Ruben Neves. So yeah, loads of stuff.
I also got the podcast as well, with our editor Keith Harrison, Preston North End fan, so that's available online. But we will be there at Molineux tomorrow for all the build up on this one. Make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.